Hello, my name is Belinda Salceda, and this is my lesson plan on literacy um, that we created with Yvonne McLean and Diana Castro. This is for grade level for kindergarten, and it's an estimated lesson plan for 30 minutes. So the central focus, teachers will teach letters information in context along with mini lessons and meaningful topics with encouragement and inventing spellings. So academic standards, learning standards that we pick for this lesson plan is recognize and name all upper and lower letters of the alphabet, recognize and produce rhyming words. We also chose prompting and support retelling familiar stories, including key details. Use a combination of drawing, dictating, and drawing to narrate a single event or several loosely linked events. They tell about an event in order in which they occurred and provide reactions to what happened. The learning targets for this lesson plan is for the student will be able to identify each letter, upper and lower cases, and know which one goes together with which. Students will be able to retell short stories in sequential order, first, next, finally using drawing or writing with prompt support. They will also use language targets, academic language, language function, vocabulary, syntax, discourse to support that content target based on English language proficiency. The student will be able to orally identify words that rhyme together in which they are read aloud. The student will be able to orally retell main points about the story read to them. Success criteria. Each student will write down a list of 10 things that start with the letter of their name. It could be people, place, food, animal, or thing. Each student will orally present it to the class, and each student will follow a self-assessment checklist to edit or revise their work. Essential questions for this lesson plan would be why. One of them would be, why do you select this book? That I would ask the students. Why do you think this book is about? What do you think this book is about? What kind of characters do you think are in this book? What happens so far in the story? What do you think is going to happen? And teachers will help students with practicing consistently, even if it's starting out with like scribbling, having a word on the wall with sight words, signing and chanting with the help with spelling sight words as well. So the assessment to monitor the students' learning and the diagnostic, students will be assessed by a given alphabet letter to match with pictures during independent reading. Students will be asked to read it aloud to the teacher, and the teacher will write down important points that student still needs to learn more or need help on, and find strategies to target those goals. In the formative, students will be assessed on how to follow directions and will apply their own knowledge and skills to complete their assignments. And students can work individually. They can be assessed by their own peers. This will allow positive critiques to receive feedbacks on errors they might miss. The student will also will follow the model with own finger, so they can follow along with their finger as they're reading. They would trace with their pencil, so they can use a pencil. They would trace letters in the box stating with a dotted point. Would trace the letter in the box starting with the data point. So this is what I'm talking about right here. So as they're doing the activity, they follow the dots to complete the the letter given for the day or for the lesson. Summative, each student will be given a worksheet called It's Rhyme Time. Students will draw a picture of something that rhymes with the word given. The goal is to encourage thinking and draw skills. The students can work individually or in pairs with other early language learners, students, to promote engagement. So strategies for diverse learners. There will be a group of 4 students per group on this activity. Each one will have a part in the group to share with the rest of the class. Students are encouraged to help out each other at any time. And students will have 15 minutes to discuss, name, draw, or write down 4 things you like about each other. Also, the student will engage in conversational among each other, including with other students and early language learners, students, to get to know each other better. Culturally responsiveness teaching. This is where we honor the students' experience and choosing books that reflect the student's background and experience, such as the word read aloud alphabet, word from, and culturally responsive teaching kindergarten books. This introduced diverse authors and illustrators, and maybe even consider in the classrooms to set up to make students feel more comfortable. So have them in 2 language or multiple language. Technology we'll be needing for this lesson plan. We can use headphones, we can use the CD player, cassette, we can do read aloud alphabet books on iPads. And some of the vocabulary or all the vocabulary words, word wall that we have would be, we'll be adding words to the word wall as, for example, we have here A is for an apple and airplane, and then as we are teaching throughout the lesson, we'll be picking up more and more words that start with the letter A, or words with the letter B, C, D, all the way to the letter C.